Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Code Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Gujari Ki War Mahalla Tija, the 10th Pauri, is our recitation. And this Pauri or stanza has two accompanying sloks. So we will do one slok at a time, followed by the Pauri. Slok Mahalla Tija, Braham Binde so Brahaman Kahiai, Jai Anandin Har Levlai. Satguru puchhe sach sanjam kamave, how me rog tis jai. Har gun gave gun sangar hai, jyoti jyot milai. इस जग में को विरला ब्रह्म ज्ञानी, जे हाउ मैं मेट समाए. नानक तिसनो मिलया सदा सुख पाइया, जे अंधन हर नाम ध्याए. So who is a Brahman? Or who can be addressed as a Brahman? Now we know that a Brahman refers to, very popularly, to a caste identification. But the Guru Amar Das, is raising that question that one isn't a Brahman by birth, just like one isn't a Sikh by birth. Because being born into a Sikh family doesn't make one a Sikh. All it does is gives you a belief system, an authorized version that is handed down. And that belief system is like a wall. It's a protective wall that translates the world for you so that you can negotiate the world. But after a while, that wall has to be broken. You have to mature beyond the wall and become a Sikh. So in the same way, the Guru says, Braham Binde so Brahaman Kahiai. Braham Binde, Brahm or Brahma is the term used for the Creator. We are all Brahmas in that sense. Brahm means that which is born of the mind. So we who possess a mind, a creative ability, we are Brahmas in that sense. So we become Brahmins when we understand our true nature. Binde. Binde means to focus on or to understand. So a Brahman is one who understands or has penetrated into their own true nature. Andin har levelai, which means who lives in that place of attainment. Har levelai, live is to attain, to be absorbed. What that means is anyone who has penetrated past the ego sense into that place, into that point of focus, that point of light. Binde is also a point of light. Agency. That person is a Brahman. Satgur puchhe, such a sanjam kamave, how me rog tis jai. So here the Guru is giving us, offering us the way to get to that state of attainment. Satgur puchhe. Satgur is that which dispels the darkness of ignorance. Guru, Gur, shows you the method. It is the master principle that resides in you eventually. So anyone who, you have to act under the guidance of the Guru. Such sanjam kamave, you have to act accordingly. How me rog tis jai, in order to dismantle this disease called egoism. Now, the Guru is talking in very rarefied terms. He's not speaking about our petty little selfishness on a daily basis. He's talking about the fact that we are ignorant of our own true natures, and that is the cause of our sorrow, because we are off to a wrong start, if you will, and that just keeps rolling and keeps accumulating more and more sorrow. So he's speaking at a very metaphysical level. So you have to look to the Satgur, that principle of knowledge, and then the Satgur, the master, will take you to where you will begin to understand the virtues, the qualities of that state of attainment, that self, the Har. Har gun gave. Then you assimilate the virtues, gun sangarah, har gun gave, you express them, you personify them, jyoti jyot milai. So that point, that binde, that bindu, so you see, we all have this dot, this bindu, this spark, if you will. It is the light of the divine. It's a very subtle, small light, which needs to become a conflagration. You have to turn it into a blazing fire. But you're obscured by your own conditioning. You remember that belief system that you've acquired? Well, that's the hurdle. You have to break through it. And the Guru says, Is jag mein ko virla brahma gyani je hau mein made samay. In this world, it is rare to find such a self-realized person, one who has relinquished the ego and attained to this state. Nanak tisno milya sada sukh paiye. Meeting such an individual brings happiness, because Anandin Har Naam Tyai, because this person will teach you, will become your teacher, to become more focused. That's the first salok. The second one, Antar kapat man mukh agyani rasna jhoot bulai kapat kite har purkh na pijjai nit vekhai sun savai ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਏ ਜਾਏ ਜਗ ਪਰ ਬੋਧੈ ਬਿਖ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਸੁਆਏ ਕਿਤ ਕਮਾਣੇ ਸਦਾ ਦੁਖ ਪਾਵੈ ਜਬ ਮੈਂ ਮਰੇ ਫਿਰ ਆਵੇ ਜਾਏ ਸਹਸਾ ਮੂਲ ਨ ਚੁੱਕਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਸ਼ਠਾ ਪਚੇ ਪਚਾਏ ਜਿਸਨੋ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸੁਆਮੀ ਤਿਸ ਗੁਰ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੁਣਾਏ ਹਰ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਵੈ Har namo gave, har namo ant chedai. So the last two lines here are significant. Jisno kripa kare mera swami. Tis gur ki sikh sunaye. Har naam te ave, har namo gave, har namo ante chedai. So unless the self-doubt inside is rooted out, the individual being wallows in poison. It's poisonous. So ultimately, Swami, the master, which is the Guru, and it is also grace. The Swami is grace. It is of the nature of grace. So we need grace ultimately to uproot the ego. And so we have to go to the Guru to acquire self-knowledge. The Guru is what will take you there, not empirical knowledge. Duje pae jai jag par bodhe. Dual thinking is what afflicts us, subjectivity and objectivity. So we live in a subjective world of our own, and it drives us. And that behavior is always hurtful. It kamane sada dukh paave. And sehsa mool na chukai, vista pache pachaye. Sehsa, this self-doubt, self-deception, that's what the ego is, has to be uprooted. Mool na chukai, unless it is uprooted, you will continue to wallow in poison. And now, the pauri. Jina hukam manayon te pure sansar, ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੇਵਨ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੂਰੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਹਰ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਚਾਕਰੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪਿਆਰ ਹਰ ਕਾ ਮਹਿਲ ਤਿਨੀ ਪਾਇਆ ਜਿਨ ਹਉਮੈ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਮਿਲ ਰਹੇ ਜਪ ਹਰ ਨਾਮਾ ਉਰਧਾਰ To find freedom, you have to adopt that process. Be Gur guided. Nanak, Gurmukh mil rahe, jap. Then you will realize the all-pervasive wisdom of the Har around you. And that is what will save you. Urdhare. O urdhardi, upardiya. You will blossom then. And that is the same thing as Jina hukam sunayon te pure sansar. Those who are attuned to the will, they are accomplished, pure, because they have served the master, the guru. Sahib sevan apana pure sabad vichar. Pure sabad, the absolute truth, the absolute subjective experience. Har ki seva chakri sache sabd pyar. So that to serve the self is to love the sabad. The sabad is what will guide you. Har ka mahal tini paya. You will find the domain of the self. And you will have transcended the ego. So what the Guru essentially is saying is that unless one penetrates into one's true nature, one will not have complete agency over one's actions. One will continue to be caught in the wheel of energy, of desire, this coming and going. You will keep accumulating traces of what you have done, and they will keep forming your future. Your past traces will keep forming your future, and you will remain caught in that same conditioned existence. So the invitation to us is to break out of it, to be truly creative. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.